What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. The Dodgers announced Freddie Freeman today. They held his introductory press conference, and we have all the takeaways from that coming up in just a second. But quick reminder for all the latest Dodgers news and rumors, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you're going to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. And as always, some of your takes down below in the comments section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. How does it feel to see Freddie Freeman in a Dodgers uniform? What are your takeaways from his press conference? And also, did the Braves do Freddie Freeman dirty, or is baseball just a business? Let me know down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So Freddie Freemania continues. The Dodgers officially announced Freddie Freeman as a Los Angeles Dodger. They held his introductory press conference today at Camelback Ranch, and we've got the best sound bites from that press conference, and we've got some takeaways as well. But let's waste little time. Let's dive right into it. Freddie Freeman was asked why the Dodgers were the best fit, and here's what he had to say.
It's so exciting, you know, to be able to come home. I grew up here. I went to Medina High School in Orange, and now I'm going to be playing very close to there again. So it's just, family is everything to me. And, you know, we got the deal done after my dad had already gone home, though. So I had to call him on FaceTime and told him it was a done deal. But it's been special. The last week has been, I think we're all humans here. It's been a whirlwind, you know, for all of us as a family. So, but I don't want to be anywhere else right now. This is home.
So you heard the man right there. The two things he cares about most are family and winning. And the Dodgers definitely check off those two boxes. They want to win. They're not just committed to these players and they think of them as numbers. No, they care about these players' families. They're a very personable ownership group. And you see Andrew Friedman. He's great with people. He's great with families. He's a great salesman of this organization. I think he did another great job in this situation. And also, just look at him in that Dodgers uniform. That Dodgers uniform is the best in the business. He looks icy in it. Look, if you have a Corey Seager jersey, just get some tape, put it on the Seager, and write Freeman. Look, that's an easy fix, but I know we're going to see lots of number 5 Freddie Freeman jerseys at the Ravine this year. And then he was asked about the process of signing with the Dodgers, and he was asked at what point did he think it was a realistic possibility that he would sign with LA.
Prior to the lockout, I think we talked probably around Thanksgiving, maybe just a couple days after Thanksgiving for our first, we Zoomed Andrew and Doc, and we just talked for about an hour and a half, and it was just such an easy conversation. I think we all knew the situation I was in, and they were very upfront, and just they cared about where I was coming from and how long I was there, and they just cared about family. I expressed family and winning is all I really care about, and that's what they care about too. So the interest was there, and I think we got to get an assist to Justin Turner. His name popped up on my phone quite a bit throughout this whole process. So I think the severe interest was there prior to the lockout, and then after the lockout was lifted, it started to heat up real fast after that.
And then just before the lockout at Mookie's wedding, Doc, JT, and I walked outside, 10 minutes before the deadline, before everything went dark, and just said, hey, don't forget about us. During this period, just don't forget about us.
I was feeding my son a bottle at that time, too.
And so we actually left a live music performance of Nelly to walk out and make that call. It would have taken a lot to get us to do that, but Freddie was definitely worth it.
So it's getting hot in here. Look, I did not expect to hear Nelly's name brought up at Freddie Freeman's introductory press conference. But look, I'm just happy that he's taking a ride with us, if you know what I'm saying. But you hear the recruiting pitch by Justin Turner, Dave Roberts, and Andrew Friedman. Look, they were at Mookie Betts' wedding, and they leave a Nelly performance just to contact him right before the lockout. That shows the work ethic of this franchise, of this ownership group, of the front office that say, hey, look, we have to try to do every single thing we can to get our guy. And even if he doesn't sign with us, we can sleep at night knowing we did everything we possibly could. And also, look, the word spreads throughout the league. The Dodgers are a first-class organization, and when you hear about how the Atlanta Braves handle negotiations with Freddie Freeman, I think that speaks volumes about this Dodgers organization and the way they go about their business. Here was Freddie Freeman when he was asked about when he knew that he was going to become a free agent and how things went down with him in the Atlanta Braves.
I've been trying to think about how this was going to go in my head and with these questions, but I think you spend 15 years in an organization, 12 in the big leagues, a lot of memories are made. When things didn't happen last offseason coming into spring training, and nothing really happened in spring training as well until a couple days before opening day, and nothing was really coming to fruition, you kind of, as the season went on, there was no talk, so you figured this is what was going to happen and get to free agency. And when you get to free agency, all things are kind of off, all bets are off. So I got there, and as the offseason went on, I got to talk to a lot of amazing baseball people in this game, and that was pretty special. It was not the normal free agency. I didn't think I'd ever, get to free agency, if we're being honest about it, but I did, and I just tried to take a step back and just take it all in and just hear what people and other teams had to say. And, ultimately it came down to wanting to come home. I wanted to come home. If it wasn't going to be the Braves, I think that was the best decision. And when the team that plays at home wants you to come home too, I think that's what made it such a special and easy decision.
So you heard Frederick right there. He didn't even expect to hit free agency. He probably fully expected to sign an extension with the Braves long ago, but that extension never came. And he made a great point right there when he says, once you hit free agency, all bets are off. Now, I don't want to talk about Trey Turner too much right here, but that's another reason why you should extend Trey now if you want him to stay with the Dodgers long term, because he's absolutely right. Once you hit free agency, all bets are truly off, and that was the case here with Freddie Freeman, because the Braves never extended him. Yes, they did offer him that $140 million contract, but that was not enough to get it done. And then Alex Anthopoulos and the Braves, they pivot to a trade for Matt Olson to replace Freddie Freeman. And then Freddie talked about the moment he found out that the Braves were trading for Matt Olson and moving on from him.
I think Monday, the emotions were all over the place, to be honest. I got the news when I was at workout that the trade had happened. I had no idea that was going to happen or anything like that. So when I got told, the emotions were all over the place. We're all human. When you spend someplace for 15 years and you see that chapter had got closed right then and there, that I was all over the place. I didn't really speak for a couple hours, just trying to figure it all out, like what was going on. So the emotions have gone all over the place. And then a couple days later, we started talking, and then the excitement creeped in, the excitement to be able to come home. And when that door got closed, there was a couple other teams that made a strong push at the end, but ultimately talking to Chelsea and, Charlie was pretty excited to be a Dodger too. So we just wanted to, we wanted to come home when that door got closed. So, my family's going to get to watch me play every day like 15 years ago, so this is pretty special.
What'd you make of Anthopoulos' tears? Anthopoulos' tears.
I saw him. Yeah, that's all I'll say.
Damn. You see Freddie Freeman right there saying, I saw him, but that's all I'm going to say. Then he looks away. He's talking about Alex Anthopoulos. By the way, I think Alex Anthopoulos, he should be nominated for a Daytime Emmy for that fake crying he was doing the other day, talking about, it was one of the hardest things and this and that. Look, he knew what he wanted to do, and look, that might be the right move for the Braves in the long run. Matt Olson is a very talented first baseman who's entering the prime of his career. He's still very young. He turns 28 pretty soon, so might be the right move for the Braves. Me personally, I would rather have Freddie Freeman on this iteration of the Dodgers. And he would also talk about the communication levels of the Braves in this process and the efforts they made to try to bring him back to the ATL.
I always thought I hadn't signed anywhere, so there's always a possibility. But the communication wasn't all there in the off season. I got 2 phone calls all off season, so I got more from Andrew to my agents in a matter of a couple hours. So I didn't know what was going on. I got 1 call the day before the lockout of a checking in, and I got 1 call when the lockout was lifted, just checking in. So I don't know how to interpret that, but that's just the reality of what was going on. So when the Dodgers and other teams expressed interest and wanted to communicate and want to get me here, that was huge for me. Once the lockout lifted and my agents and Andrew connected, things just started moving quicker when the Monday deal went down.
So first of all, I want to say thank you to Alex Anthopoulos and the Atlanta Braves. Thank you for being cheap when it came to Freddie Freeman. Thank you for going for Matt Olson, the younger player, over Freddie Freeman, the franchise icon. He's a pillar in Atlanta, and you also have to consider his intangibles. He's that clubhouse leader. The Dodgers will benefit from that. How will that impact the Braves? That remains to be seen. But hey, I cannot wait to see Freddie Freeman go 4 for 4 with 4 home runs the first time the Dodgers take on the Braves this season. So if I'm a star out there, I'm definitely going to consider how the Braves handled this situation. I mean, you don't even contact him very much. You heard him say that Andrew Friedman contacted his agent more than the Braves did throughout this process. So look, it's clear at this point the Braves, they kind of wanted him back, but they didn't make a big effort to get him back like the Dodgers did to get him in LA. But hey, look, baseball is a business. You hear that all the time, and here's another prime example. But then finally, Freddie Freeman was asked about this Dodgers lineup and how dangerous it is, and Freddie reminded everyone that as good as it looks on paper, that you still have to put in that work and you got to go out and play.
Yeah, I saw it on, I think MLB Network put my name in there, sitting in the middle of the lineup, but there is a lot of all-stars just sitting down that lineup, but this is the game of baseball and you still got to go out and play. So we do have a really talented roster and lineup, so it should be fun. Hopefully we score a lot of runs because we got the guys to be able to do it.
So what a great day to be a Dodger fan. Freddie Freeman is officially wearing Dodger blue. He was out there bright and early this morning meeting his teammates. He was taking ground balls at first base. He was signing autographs. So Freddie Freeman is the Dodger, and I want your takes down below. What are your takeaways from Freddie Freeman's introductory press conference with the Dodgers? How do you feel about how the Braves handled negotiations? Do you think the Braves did Freddie dirty, or do you think it's just a baseball is a business situation, and do you think that it could impact free agents down the line? Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, give me your 1-word response to how it feels to see Freddie Freeman in Dodger blue. Give me your thoughts and reactions down below. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Dodgers news and rumors, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.